Hey Aries, I just finished doing this reading for you and honestly, I need to share what came through because the energy around your dream building journey right now is something else. I pulled cards specifically asking which chapter you are living in this whole process of manifesting what you have been working towards, and let me tell you, the universe had a lot to say about where you stand and what is unfolding for you. So, I am sitting here with my deck and I asked the cards to show me the truth about your current chapter in building you. Our dreams. And the first card that came out was the Nine of Swords. Now before you think this is some scary energy, let me explain what this is really showing me about your journey right now. This card is revealing that you have been in a mental battle with yourself lately. You know what I am talking about, right? Those nights when you lie awake thinking about everything that could go wrong, replaying conversations in your head, worrying about whether you are making the right moves toward your dreams. The Nine of Swords is exposing that your biggest obstacle right now is not actually external at all. It is the anxiety and overthinking that you are carrying around like a heavy backpack, full of rocks. What makes this so significant for your dream building chapter is that this card is telling me you are in the phase where the mental work is actually more important than the physical action. I know that sounds backwards for an Aries because you are all about action and doing and moving forward. But the cards are showing me that you cannot build sustainable dreams on a foundation of worry and fear. Think about it like this. You are trying to construct this beautiful vision for your life, but every time you lay down a brick, your anxious thoughts come in and question whether it is the right brick, whether the foundation is strong enough, whether the whole thing is going to collapse. The Nine of Swords is revealing that you are currently in the chapter where you need to address these mental patterns before you can fully step into the manifestation phase. What really struck me about this card in your reading is the specific nature of your worries. The Nine of Swords is not just generic anxiety. It is showing me that you are worrying about very specific things related to your dreams. Maybe you are concerned about whether you have what it takes, whether people will support you, whether you will fail publicly, whether you are too late, whether someone else will do it better. These are not random fears, Aries. These are the fears that come up when you are actually close to something real, when your dreams are transitioning from fantasy into potential reality. The fact that you are experiencing this level of mental intensity tells me that your subconscious knows you are on the verge of something significant, and it is freaking out because change is scary even when it is good change. Here is what the Nine of Swords wants you to understand about this chapter you are in right now. You are being asked to develop a new relationship with your thoughts. Not to eliminate worry completely because that is unrealistic, but to recognize that your anxious thoughts are not prophetic visions of the future. They are just thoughts, and thoughts can be observed without being believed. This is the chapter where you learn to build your dreams while carrying doubt, to take action even when the fears are screaming in your head, to trust your path even when your mind is presenting you with 1,000 reasons why it might not work out. This mental resilience you are developing right now, Aries. This is actually the foundation that will make your dreams unshakable when they do manifest. The second card I pulled for you was Justice. And okay, this is where things get really interesting because Justice is telling me that you are in a chapter of your dream building journey where everything is being weighed and measured with cosmic precision. This is not about punishment or reward in the traditional sense. This is about balance and truth and making sure that what you are building is actually aligned with who you really are. Justice comes in when the universe needs to make sure you are on the right path. And I am seeing that this card is acting like a checkpoint in your journey. What Justice is revealing is that you might be in a phase where you are realizing that some of the dreams you thought you wanted are not actually your dreams. Maybe they are dreams that someone else planted in your head, or dreams that you thought you should have based on what society values, or dreams that made sense 5 years ago but do not resonate with who you are becoming now. Justice is that moment of truth where you have to be honest with yourself about what you are really building and why. This card is asking you some tough questions right now. Are you pursuing this dream because it genuinely lights you up inside, or because you think it will make you look successful? Are you building something that reflects your authentic values, or are you trying to prove something to people who do not even matter in your life? The beautiful thing about Justice appearing in your reading is that this card does not let you lie to yourself. It is like having a cosmic truth detector, and right now you are in the chapter where brutal honesty is required. I am sensing that you might be in a process of eliminating certain goals or dreams that no longer serve you, and justice is giving you permission to do that without guilt. You are allowed to change your mind about what you want. You are allowed to pivot. You are allowed to admit that something you have been working towards is not actually fulfilling in the way you thought it would be. Justice is showing me that this recalibration you are doing right now, this honest assessment of your dreams and goals, this is actually essential work that will save you years of pursuing the wrong things. There is also an energy with justice about reaping what you have sown. And I am seeing that you are entering a phase where the effort you have put in is about to be acknowledged in some way. Not necessarily in a big public way, but in a way that confirms you are on the right track. Justice does not deal in accidents or luck, it deals in earned outcomes. So if you have been doing the work, if you have been showing up consistently, if you have been making decisions aligned with your integrity, justice is telling me that you are about to see some tangible evidence that your efforts matter. This might show up as an opportunity, a connection, a breakthrough in understanding, or even just a deep inner knowing that you are exactly where you need to be. Trust that the universe is keeping track of your dedication, Aries, and nothing you have done in service of your dreams has been wasted. The third card that came through was the Ten of Cups, and I have to say, when this card appeared, I actually got emotional because of what it represents in the context of your dream-building journey. The Ten of Cups is the card of emotional fulfillment, happiness, and dreams coming true in a way that satisfies not just your ego but your soul. This card showing up is telling me that you are either moving toward or already glimpsing what true fulfillment looks like for you. And it might be different from what you originally imagined. Here is what is so powerful about the Ten of Cups in your reading. This card is revealing that the dreams you are building are not just about achievement or success in the traditional sense. They are about creating a life that feels good on the inside. The Ten of Cups is that feeling when everything just clicks. When you look around and realize that you have built something beautiful not just in terms of external accomplishments but in terms of genuine happiness and connection. This card is showing me that you are in a chapter where you are beginning to understand that your biggest dreams are not actually about reaching some distant goal. They are about creating daily experiences of joy, love, purpose, and alignment. What makes this card particularly significant is that it is appearing during your journey, not at the end of it. The Ten of Cups is telling me that you do not have to wait until you achieve everything to feel fulfilled. You can experience that energy now, in this chapter, by recognizing and appreciating what you are already building. I am seeing that you might be so focused on what is still missing or what you have not achieved yet that you are overlooking the beautiful progress you have already made. The Ten of Cups is like the universe tapping you on the shoulder saying, hey, look around, look at what you have created already. Look at the relationships you have nurtured, look at the growth you have experienced. Look at the courage it took to even start this journey toward your dreams. This card is also revealing something about the nature of your dreams themselves. The Ten of Cups is telling me that your truest dreams involve other people, not in a codependent way, but in a way that recognizes that fulfillment is amplified when it is shared. Maybe your dreams involve building something that helps others, or creating a business with people you love working with, or achieving success that allows you to support your family, or manifesting a life where your relationships thrive alongside your personal achievements. The Ten of Cups is showing me that you are in a chapter where you are learning that your individual success becomes truly meaningful when it contributes to collective happiness and well-being. This is a beautiful realization for an Aries because it takes your natural leadership energy and channels it towards something that uplifts not just you but everyone in your orbit. The fourth card I drew was Page of Pentacles, and this card is giving me such specific information about where you are in your dream building process. The Page of Pentacles represents the student, the beginner, the person who is learning the practical skills necessary to manifest their vision into physical reality. This card showing up is telling me that you are in a learning chapter right now. And I want you to really sit with that because it is actually incredibly valuable information. The Page of Pentacles is revealing that part of your current chapter involves acquiring new skills, knowledge, or expertise that you will need for the next phase of your journey. Maybe you are taking a course, learning a new software, studying how successful people in your field operate, practicing a craft, or simply paying attention to how things work in a way you have not before. This card is showing me that you are in apprentice mode, and while that might feel frustrating for an Aries who wants to be the master already, this learning phase is crucial. You cannot skip it. The dreams you are building require a solid foundation of competence and skill. And the Page of Pentacles is telling me that you are currently in the process of developing that foundation. What I love about this card in your reading is that it shows genuine dedication and humility. The Page of Pentacles is not too proud to be a beginner, not too impatient to do the sexy work of learning and practicing and improving. This card is revealing that you are in a chapter where progress might feel slow because you are building something real, something that will last, something that requires you to actually know what you are doing. I am sensing that you might sometimes compare yourself to people who seem further along. And the Page of Pentacles is reminding you that everyone who is successful now was once in this exact learning phase. No one skips this chapter. The people who try to bypass the learning phase end up with shallow success that does not sustain. There is also an energy with the Page of Pentacles about being studious and methodical in your approach to manifesting your dreams. This card is showing me that you are starting to understand that dreams do not manifest through positive thinking alone. They manifest through applied knowledge and consistent effort. You are in the chapter where you are getting practical, where you are asking yourself what specific actions you need to take, what skills you need to develop, what resources you need to gather. This grounded, realistic approach is actually what will allow your dreams to become tangible rather than remaining as fantasies. The Page of Pentacles is confirming that you are on the right path by choosing to do the real work rather than just visualizing and hoping. The fifth card that came through is Seven of Wands. And wow, this card is telling me so much about the current chapter of your journey. The Seven of Wands is the card of defending your position, standing your ground, and fighting for what you are building even when you face opposition or competition. This card appearing in your reading is revealing that you are in a chapter where you are having to actively protect your dreams and your vision from external challenges or internal doubts that try to undermine you. What the Seven of Wands is showing me is that as you have started building toward your dreams, you have probably encountered resistance. Maybe people have questioned your choices. Maybe you have faced setbacks that tested your commitment. Maybe you have discovered that the path is more challenging than you initially thought. Or maybe you are dealing with competition that makes you wonder if there is even room for you in your chosen field. The Seven of Wands is that energy of refusing to back down despite these challenges. This card is revealing that you are in a warrior chapter right now, where your commitment is being tested and you are having to prove to yourself and possibly to others that you are serious about what you are building. Here is what makes this card so powerful in your reading. Aries, the Seven of Wands shows someone who has already climbed to a higher position and is now defending it. This tells me that you are not at the starting line anymore. You have already made progress. You have already achieved something worth defending. The fact that you are facing challenges now is actually evidence that you are onto something real. People do not try to knock you down when you are nowhere. They only push back when you are rising. Competition only appears when there is something worth competing for. Doubts only get loud when you are close to a breakthrough. The Seven of Wands is confirming that the resistance you are feeling is actually a sign that you are moving in the right direction. This card is also revealing something about your current energy. I am seeing that you might be feeling exhausted from constantly having to defend your choices or justify your path. The Seven of Wands can be tiring because it requires you to stay alert and keep fighting even when you would rather just rest. But here's what the cards want you to know. This defensive chapter is temporary. You are not going to be in this fighting stance forever. You are learning crucial lessons right now about resilience, about standing firm in your convictions, about not abandoning your dreams just because they are hard to achieve. These are lessons that will serve you for the rest of your life. Once you pass through this chapter, you will have a level of confidence and determination that no one can shake. Because you will have already proven to yourself that you can weather storms and keep going. The Six of Wands is the sixth card in your reading. And this is where the energy starts to shift in a really exciting way. The Six of Wands is the card of victory, recognition, and public acknowledgement of your achievements. This card showing up is telling me that you are moving into or about to enter a chapter where your efforts start to be seen and celebrated. After the fighting energy of the Seven of Wands, the Six of Wands is like the universe saying, okay, you have proven yourself. Now here comes the reward. What makes the Six of Wands so significant in your dream building journey is that this card represents external validation and success that other people can witness. This is not just internal satisfaction. This is about your achievements becoming visible in a way that brings you recognition, respect, or admiration. I am seeing that you might be approaching a phase where something you have been working on finally gets the attention it deserves, where people start to notice your talents or accomplishments, where you receive praise or acknowledgement that confirms you are on the right path. The Six of Wands is showing me that the struggles you have been facing are about to pay off in a tangible, visible way. This card is also revealing something about how others perceive you. The Six of Wands often shows someone riding through a crowd of supporters, and I am seeing that you are building or about to receive a kind of supportive community around your dreams. These might be mentors who believe in you, friends who champion your work, followers who appreciate what you create, colleagues who respect your expertise, or even family members who finally start to understand what you are trying to achieve. The Six of Wands is telling me that you are not alone in this journey, even if it has sometimes felt lonely. You are gathering people around you who want to see you succeed, and their support is going to become increasingly important as you move forward. There is also an energy with this card about stepping into a leadership role or becoming someone that others look up to. And your field. The Six of Wands is not just about personal success, it is about becoming an example of what is possible. I am seeing that as you achieve your dreams, you will naturally inspire others who are on similar paths. Your victories will give hope to people who are still struggling. Your visibility will make space for others like you. Your courage to pursue your dreams will give permission to others to pursue theirs. This is a beautiful ripple effect that the Six of Wands brings, where your individual success contributes to a collective raising of standards and possibilities. The seventh card is Three of Wands, and this card is giving me goosebumps because of what it represents in terms of your dream building timeline. The Three of Wands is the card of expansion, forward planning, and watching your ships come in. This is the energy of someone who has already done the initial work and is now in the phase of waiting for results while simultaneously planning the next moves. This card showing up is telling me that you are in a chapter of expansion right now, where your dreams are growing beyond what you initially imagined. What the Three of Wands is revealing is that you have planted seeds and those seeds are starting to sprout. You might not see the full harvest yet, but there are definite signs of growth and progress. This card is showing me that you are in a phase where you can start to see the potential of what you are building, where you are beginning to understand just how far this dream could take you if you continue investing in it. The Three of Wands is about vision and foresight, and I am seeing that you are currently in a space where you are thinking bigger, planning further ahead, and allowing yourself to imagine possibilities that you might have dismissed as unrealistic before. This card is also revealing something about collaboration and partnerships. The Three of Wands often indicates that your dreams are expanding because you are connecting with the right people or opportunities that amplify your efforts. Maybe you are forming strategic alliances. Maybe you are being introduced to people who can help you reach new audiences. Maybe you are discovering resources that make your goals more achievable. Or maybe you are simply realizing that your vision is bigger than what you can accomplish alone and you need to bring others into your journey. The Three of Wands is showing me that you are moving out of solo mode and into collaborative mode, where your dreams grow through connection rather than just individual effort. There is something really beautiful about the Three of Wands appearing after the Six of Wands in your reading. It is showing me a progression where you achieve initial success and recognition, and then instead of resting on your laurels, you immediately start thinking about how to take things to the next level. This is very characteristic of Aries energy actually. You are not someone who is content with staying in one place once you have achieved something. You are always looking at the horizon, always planning the next adventure, always ready to expand into new territory. The Three of Wands is confirming that this restless, ambitious, forward-thinking energy is exactly what you need right now to take your dreams from good to great. The eighth card I pulled is Seven of Cups. And I have to tell you, this card is revealing something really important about the chapter you are currently navigating. The Seven of Cups is the card of choices, illusions, fantasies, and deciding between multiple possibilities. This card showing up is telling me that you are in a phase where you might feel overwhelmed by options, where you are trying to figure out which dreams to pursue and which ones to release. where you are distinguishing between what is real potential and what is just attractive fantasy. What the Seven of Cups is showing me is that you probably have multiple ideas or paths available to you right now. And part of your current chapter is about making clear decisions about where to direct your energy. This can actually be one of the most challenging phases of dream building because having too many options can be just as paralyzing as having no options at all. The Seven of Cups is revealing that you need to get really honest with yourself about what you actually want versus what just looks appealing from a distance. Some of those cups are holding real treasure, but others are holding illusions that will disappoint you if you pursue them. This card is also warning against getting lost in fantasy rather than taking concrete action. The Seven of Cups can indicate a tendency to spend so much time daydreaming about possibilities that you forget to actually do anything about them. I am sensing that you might sometimes find yourself imagining different scenarios, planning elaborate futures in your head, or getting excited about new ideas without necessarily following through. The Seven of Cups is telling me that this current chapter requires you to move from imagination into manifestation, to choose one or two paths and commit to them fully rather than keeping all your options open and never really investing deeply in any of them. What I find interesting about this card in your reading is that it is appearing alongside cards of action and victory, which tells me that the confusion or overwhelm represented by the Seven of Cups is something you are actively working through. You are not stuck in fantasy land. You are in the process of sorting through your options and making real choices. The Seven of Cups is showing me that you are learning to discern what is truly aligned with your soul purpose versus what is just shiny and distracting. This discernment is a crucial skill for anyone building dreams, because the ability to say nitrogen monoxide to good opportunities in order to say yes to great ones is what separates people who achieve focused success from people who scatter their energy across too many projects and never really excel at anything. The ninth card that came through is Six of Cups, and this card is bringing such a tender, nostalgic energy to your reading. The Six of Cups is about the past, childhood, innocence, and returning to something that once brought you joy. This card appearing in your dream-building journey is revealing that you are in a chapter where you might be reconnecting with dreams or passions that you had when you were younger, or rediscovering parts of yourself that you lost along the way as you tried to be practical or responsible. What the Six of Cups is showing me is that some of the dreams you are building now actually have roots in your past. Maybe there is something you loved doing as a child that you have dismissed as impractical or unrealistic, but that thing is actually calling to you again now. Maybe there is a talent you used to have that you stopped developing because life got busy or because someone told you it was not a viable path. The Six of Cups is telling me that this current chapter is about reclaiming those lost parts of yourself and integrating them into your current vision. Your childhood self knew some truths about what brings you joy that your adult self has forgotten, and the Six of Cups is inviting you to listen to that inner child again. This card is also revealing something about healing and releasing old wounds or regrets. The Six of Cups can indicate that part of your dream-building journey involves making peace with your past, forgiving yourself for paths you did not take, or healing from disappointments that made you scared to dream big. I am seeing that you might be in a phase where you are processing old emotions or memories that have been holding you back from fully stepping into your potential. This healing work is actually essential for manifesting your dreams because you cannot build a beautiful future on a foundation of unresolved pain. The Six of Cups is showing me that as you do this healing work, you are freeing up tremendous energy that was previously trapped in regret or resentment, and that energy is now available to fuel your dreams. There is also something about the Six of Cups that speaks to gifts from the past showing up in your present. Maybe someone from your earlier life re-enters your world and brings an opportunity with them, or maybe skills you learned long ago suddenly become relevant and useful in unexpected ways. The Six of Cups is telling me that your past is not separate from your future. It is actually woven into it in ways that might surprise you. Things that seemed like detours or mistakes might turn out to be essential preparation for where you are going now. The 10th and final card I pulled for you is Seven of Pentacles, and I could not have asked for a more perfect card to close out this reading about your dream-building journey. The Seven of Pentacles is the card of patience, assessment, and trusting the process of growth. This card shows someone pausing in the middle of their work to evaluate progress and decide whether to keep going or adjust their approach. This card appearing in your reading is telling me that you are in a chapter of patience and evaluation right now. What the Seven of Pentacles is revealing is that you have already invested significant time, energy, and resources into building your dreams. And now you are in a phase where you are taking stock of what you have accomplished so far. This card is showing me that you might be feeling impatient for results, wondering if your efforts are paying off, questioning whether you should continue on this path or pivot to something else. The Seven of Pentacles is telling me that this doubt is normal and does not mean you are on the wrong path. It simply means you are in the waiting period, the gestation period, where growth is happening beneath the surface even though you cannot always see evidence of it above ground. This card is also revealing something really important about timing. The Seven of Pentacles is reminding you that big dreams take time to manifest. You cannot rush the growth process. You plant seeds, you water them, you tend to them, and then you wait while nature does its work. The Seven of Pentacles is telling me that you are in the waiting phase right now, and the challenge of this chapter is to maintain faith in your efforts even when you are not seeing immediate results. This is where a lot of people give up, right before their breakthrough, because they lose patience with the process. But the Seven of Pentacles is showing me that you are close, that the work you have done is about to yield visible results, and that the worst thing you could do right now is abandon your dreams just because they have not manifested as quickly as you hoped. What I love about this card closing out your reading is that it speaks to the maturity and wisdom you are developing through this journey. The Seven of Pentacles is not the energy of a naive beginner who thinks success should be instant. It is the energy of someone who understands that anything worth having requires sustained effort over time. You are learning to trust the process, to honor the unsexy middle phase of any big project, to keep showing up even when motivation wanes. These are the qualities that separate dreamers from achievers. And the Seven of Pentacles is confirming that you are developing these qualities right now. So Aries, after sitting with all 10 of these cards and really feeling into the energy of your current chapter and building your dreams, here is what I want you to take away from this reading. You are in a complex chapter right now, one that involves mental work, honest evaluation, learning new skills, defending your vision, and trusting the timing of your manifestations. You are not in the easy breezy beginning phase where everything is exciting and full of possibility, and you are not yet in the triumphant ending phase where all your dreams have come true. You are in the middle, which is often the hardest and most important phase of any journey. The cards are telling me that you are exactly where you need to be, even if it does not always feel comfortable or exciting. You are building something real, and real things take time and effort and patience. You are learning lessons right now that you will carry with you for the rest of your life. Lessons about resilience and discernment and dedication. You are also closer to breakthrough than you might realize. The combination of cards here suggests that recognition, expansion, and tangible results are coming. But they require you to keep going through this current challenging chapter rather than giving up or starting over with something easier. Trust the journey you are on. Aries, trust that the mental battles you are fighting are preparing you for bigger battles later. Trust that the learning phase you are in is giving you skills you will absolutely need. Trust that the recognition and expansion that are coming will be that much sweeter because you did not take shortcuts or give up when things got hard. Your dreams are worth the effort, and more importantly, you are capable of achieving them. This chapter you are living right now is not a detour from your dreams. It is your dreams being built one day at a time. Can anyone else relate to being in this middle phase where the excitement has worn off but the results have not shown up yet? That is where the real magic happens, in choosing to keep going anyway.